Dude, I'm just gonna say it. I'm done with sorry, let's restart. Dude, I'm just gonna say it. I'm done with paper straws. I had an open mind. We tried it out for 18 months. I've had soda. I've had coffees. I've had smoothies. It's just not working. I'm sorry. I'm not saying we have to go with plastic straws. I'm just saying, I'm not flaming. I'm just saying biodegradable paper ass Ludwig. Here's the thing. Like, I understand. People are like, why don't you use a metal straw? I use a metal straw at home. It's fantastic. I love it. It makes, Jay's probably not here yet, but it makes a fantastic clinking sound in the iced coffee glass. Okay? But I'm sorry to tell you this because I know you're doing a good thing for the world that I'm not willing to meet you halfway on. I'm not gonna carry a metal straw around with me 24/7. I'm not gonna carry. I did 18 years of carrying a backpack around like all day with my entire life in it for school. I'm not gonna strap a backpack with a sleeping bag and a metal straw and a biodegradable toilet and reusable toilet paper to my back. It's just not gonna happen. Okay? Most of the time, if I go outside solo, here's all this in my person. Okay? We got wallet, phone, keys. That's it. That's the only thing. I'm not carrying a straw with me. It's insanity. I don't need anything else. Power bank for Pokemon Go? No, I consider Pokemon Go to be self-limited. If I get to the point where my phone battery is on 15%, I say, you know what? That's enough Pokemon Go for today. And it never ends up being a problem because I keep my phone very well charged, like throughout the day. And now all the people being superior, because I saw it in Mouth's chat as well. Someone in Mouth's chat, and if you're here, I apologize, but someone in Mouth's chat said, I never use a straw, ... unless they give me one for my drink. Yeah, that's called being everybody. I don't know why you're gatekeeping straws. Nobody out there is like getting a cup and then going home and like adding their own plastic straw. That's insanity. You use whatever they give you. But people are also like, why would you ever use a straw? I don't know, because occasionally you'll be outside and you'll be like, I feel like a smoothie. Obviously, everybody that's like, let's get the meme generator going, okay? People who say they never use a straw when they get a milkshake. But it's so, I just use a plastic spoon. Oh no! I'm just saying, I'm done. Look, I'm not going all in, okay? I'm a little bit on my polluting arc, but I'm not like becoming the bad guy from Captain Planet or something like that. I will say we have family members, and I'm gonna leave them anonymous to protect them. When we go to their house, they just throw everything in the trash. And I mean everything. Food scraps, aluminum cans, glass bottles, it all goes in the trash can. And the silverware goes in the sink. Now that's like not good, but it is really convenient when I'm at their place to clean up after dinner. Like when it's time to clean up, I'm like, man, this is living. At home, we compost. Composting is fine. Like you just put your food scraps in the compost and then we bring it down to like a shared bin. Nothing wrong with that. Garbage is obviously easy. And recycling, recycling is kind of annoying because sometimes you'll like order something and then they'll give you 75 little plastic containers full of chutney and like I don't need 8 different kinds of salsa that come with my like quesadilla or something like that. I understand if you're dining in, you can provide all that salsa, but you can just give me one container of salsa, etc. Then you got to rinse them out. You throw the plastic into the recycling. You sort it out. They load the recycling onto a big truck and drive it to a place where they go, this isn't recyclable, and then throw it into an orange barrel that's on fire. That's annoying, but I still do it at home. But man, oh man, whenever I'm at my family's house and they're just throwing everything in the trash, I'm like, man, this is living. Plastic water bottles. Hey, where should I put this? Oh, you can just put it in the garbage. Holy cow. Just say, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It's just like they used to back in the 80s, man. That's what it's like a simulation. It's like a little look back to what life was like in the 70s, 80s, and maybe the early 90s. Also, someone said, why are you cleaning up at your family's place? Excuse me. You don't, when you go to someone's house as a guest, they cook you dinner, you have an obligation to at least make an effort to clean up. That's your role as the guest. You don't have to do the dishes, but you should at least try to do the dishes before they go, you don't have to do that. I got it. But at the very least, you have to make a token effort to pick up the plates and move them next to the sink. You stack up all the plates on top of each other in descending order of cleanliness, and then you bring the plates next to the sink and you say something like, hey, where's your sponge? And then they go, oh, don't worry about it. You just go relax. What if the food was shit? Honestly, okay, here we go. Because now this is like it's like a you wouldn't understand unless you have kids bit. I would rather eat a bad meal that was cooked for me than cook one myself right now. Because it feels like an unbelievable act of charity to just have someone be like, hey, here's your dinner. That's not always the case, but right now, if I'm like, oh man, I could save like, half an hour and just have food that's only for fuel instead of for, well, we don't have to worry about it because my wife does like most of the cooking right now because I've lost kitchen privileges after my infection, but she makes great stuff. So that I'm kind of getting like the best of both worlds right now. Look, I'm not saying we have to go back to plastic straws, okay? I'm just saying that the paper straws are not a viable alternative. If they make a paper straw that's better, then we can have paper straws. But right now, the paper straws are not accomplishing what they need to accomplish. They're an unacceptable alternative to the plastic straw. We don't have to go back to the ones that get stuck in the turtle's nostrils, but we have to at least like re-engineer the paper straw to be better or come up with a viable, environmentally conscious alternative. Because when I'm out in public and I'm drinking a smoothie, it's like a race against time. You got to drink the smoothie before the paper straw dies, and you feel like you got like stomach freeze. You're drinking the smoothie so fast and it's so thick it's making like ice cream in your duodenum. But if you drink it slower, the bottom of the straw is gonna melt into the juice before you even get to the bottom, and it's not gonna work. Enjoy this period where I don't know what's going on before we go on an insane run and win like 40 runs in a row. And everybody forgets about the take about I wish we would bring back plastic straws and throw all of our recyclables in the garbage can because it just makes life more convenient. Isn't life hard enough? By the way, I need to add that this is a bit at my house. I do compost and recycle. I diligently wash out all of the unnecessary plastic packaging that the Uber Eats orders are sent in. I put them in the recycling bin, where it's then shipped to a facility where they say this isn't recyclable, and they throw it in a garbage can. So anyway, you know what I will say? At least we're past the point. There was like in the late 2000s, early 2010s, we shifted in cities from single-use garbage bins you throw everything in to the 3 or more bin garbages that were like garbage, like recyclables, like cans, paper, and stuff like that. But there was like 5 years where if you looked in the bin, all 3 of those bins just fed into one big garbage can. I feel like I haven't seen that in like 7 or 8 years. I'm glad we moved past that. Still happens sometimes. I haven't seen it in a while, but I also get confused, okay? So sometimes you'll go to a grocery store and you get a receipt, obviously, if you want it. I just get it to make the cashier feel better. They go, do you want a receipt? They're already holding it like this, and then I'm like, I might as well take it. Does that go in the landfill, or does that go in mixed paper? Can you recycle paper with ink on it, or does the ink make it so that it's not recyclable? What if the ink is like tapioca ink? I never know how this stuff goes. You know what? Here's the thing, though. Apparently, it's okay. It's okay to throw it into the paper. I'm glad to hear that. All I'm going to say, though, is at least when you accidentally put paper in the landfill, it's still going to biodegrade. It's much worse to put styrofoam in the paper container, I'm sure. That probably screws up their whole day.
I'm malicious, mean, and scary. My sneer could curdle dairy. And violence-wise, my hands are not the cleanest. But despite my evil look, and my temper and my hook, I've always yearned to be a concert pianist. Can't you see me on the stage performing Mozart, twinkling the ivories till they gleam? Though I do like breaking femurs, you can count me with the dreamers, 'cause way down deep inside I've got a dream. I've got a dream. He's got a dream.